Hey everyone, sorry for the delay. It was taking a little while for the video to come up. Looks like we already asked some good questions, so I'm just going to go ahead and dive into what we got. First one, can the board be digital, i.e. created with Adobe CC or Creative Cloud? It's not letting me select the question. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so the answer to this is generally no. You can have digitally generated artifacts on your poster, but one of the things we like to do is by having a physical board is it really forces you to have some constraints in where you pick your images from, and the creative process of actually like gluing these or taping these onto a board helps with the assignment. So stick with a real physical poster board. All right, next question we got. To submit the project online, do we take a picture and can we present from the picture? Yes, the best way to turn it in is take a picture of it and post that on Basecamp, and then when you do the presentations Thursday, then you can just pull the picture up. It's worked pretty well in the past. All right, do we have to bring in our boards to class on Thursday? The answer is no, you don't have to bring them. Probably recommend you don't because they're pretty big and hard to carry. More than welcome to if you want to show it off. But the pictures, honestly, we can blow that up a lot bigger on the screen than even showing the physical board, so definitely don't have to. All right, how big does a board have to be? We recommend like normal poster board size, which I think is like 2 feet by 3 feet. If you want to go a little different than this, like a square, that's perfectly fine too. Just generally keep it about the poster board size. Don't do like a piece of paper that's a little too small. So. And looks like that's all the questions. I'll wait for a couple more minutes to see if anything else streams in. But I'm going to take that as a good sign, as there's not a lot of questions about the assignment. All right, we got one more question. Since I wouldn't be able to witness an ASU student getting a football ticket, could I watch a friend get their ticket for an Oregon game? I think that's great. That's a great substitution. I don't know if the Oregon game is going to have the same pain points as the ASU game. Based on the presentation, it didn't sound like it. So try and think of ways to maybe do this plus seeing about discovering the pain points around the ASU ticketing process. Maybe there's some other substitutions you can do. So I think doing the Oregon game is great, and then figure out like where the discrepancies are, and then see if there's some other substitution. Maybe it's standing in line. Maybe you can observe another student for something else and just see their frustration or pain with that. All right, so have you answered any questions yet? Yes, so go ahead and ask your question again, and hopefully it will show up this time. All right, so Renee says the video feed just started working. So Renee, everything's recorded, so you can actually go back and listen and watch it as if it were just starting over. So just go back to the original page after I end this, and it will show up as a normal video. But if you have any questions, just ask them now, and then we'll get those in. All right, Robert, I think your question got cut off. So sorry if that has already been asked, but ... So not sure if you meant to say that or not. All right, does this pain point have to have anything to do with the last assignment? It doesn't have to be the same pain point. So if you discovered a new pain point that you like better or you think is more applicable to where your passions are, feel free to change it. Otherwise, it's a good idea to stick with the same pain point unless there's a reason that you want to switch. So you certainly don't have to switch, but you can if you want to. All right, here we go. We got the rest of Robert's question. Where can the information for this assignment be found? What is it called? So it's all posted on Basecamp. So let me pull it up to see what the title was. It should just be like observation assignment. Yeah, observation assignment due 9/11. Did it? Yeah, 9/11. That's Thursday. So should be there. All right, a few more questions come in. Are you presenting these? Yeah, so they're going to be quick presentations since there's generally not a lot to say about the posters, but we're going to present these this coming Thursday. So be prepared to talk about it, answer questions, and sort of justify and explain what you discovered when observing the pain point. All right, Renee says, so should I select where I observe the stranger based on my pain point? Where you observe the stranger? It really depends on what your pain point is. So if you post that, that may give some better context. But Yes, generally it should, the location of where your pain point is occurring is where you want to do the observation. Sometimes there's not a specific location for it. Sometimes there is, so it really depends on what you're looking at. All right, is everyone going to present, or are we going to have the same format like we did for the last assignment on presenting? It's going to be pretty similar to the last one, but these are going to go much quicker, so I imagine that we're going to be able to go through a lot more of them. We're going to start where we left off last week and go from there, and then have a sign up just like last week. All right, my pain involves medication adherence, following of prescriptions and instructions. I feel like that's too personal to observe in a stranger. Could I just use a friend? So this is one of those tricky pain points where getting a stranger to let you in their house and observe them taking medication is probably a little too intimate. So try to find someone that you aren't very close with. The best thing you can do in this situation is find an acquaintance or a friend who understands the assignment and the situation will let you do that. What we're really trying to do is break down any sort of close personal ties with you have with that person. Now, if you can't find anyone, finding a friend that is experiencing this pain point is definitely better than nothing. And then you can sort of couple that with possibly talking with some strangers about what they feel when they go through this. So that way, they may be open to talking about it. They may not be open to letting you observe them completely. So, if you can't find the perfect situation where you have a stranger to observe their pain point, try and mix it up, with someone you may be a little more closer to, and then do some maybe less observation, but talking through the pain point with strangers. All right, when do you think you'll have the previous assignment graded? I'm shooting for this week, so Thursday. If you'd like to know what you got, just come up after class, and I'm happy to share that. Again, aiming for Thursday, not 100% guarantee that I'll have it all done, but I think we'll be able to get there. All right, I'm going to wait a few more minutes, see if there's any other questions. All right, so it doesn't look like there's any more questions, so I'm going to stop it. But if you have any other questions, feel free to email Ward and I, and we'll get right back to you. See you Thursday.